Hey YouTube, this is Jaden Storm, coming out your Team Shadow Strike, and this is going to be the last of the string of deck profiles that I promised for you guys. So anyway, this is going to be a deck profile on my Genesis Fenrir deck. This deck is not technically the way I want it at the moment, but it's the best that I can do it. I will tell you what I mean, but anywho, in playtesting with this deck a little bit yesterday with my friend Zach, it works very, very consistently the way it is. There's just a couple of things that I would change, but overall, the deck is very fun to play. It is very consistent, and I enjoy playing it a lot. So anyway, let's just jump straight into this deck profile. So for the starting Vanguard, we play Fetter of Leather Lading. So this unit's ability, Forerunner, whenever a grade 1 Genesis rides it, you slide it out. And then his other ability is you may place this unit into the Soul, and whenever you Soul Blast cards, you may Superior Call one of them from your Soul to the field. So, very good. It basically gives you a Fenrir skill for free. So, and we all like free skills, right? Next, we play 4 copies of Battle Maiden Kukuruya Hime. This is the Margle clone. Shove it in the soul, give a unit 3,000 power. Since we do need certain amounts of soul for certain skills, this really helps us out, so we play for her. Next, we play 2 copies of Regalia of Farsight Clear Angel and 2 Bumping Buffalo. So we play 8 crit. Next, we play 4 copies of Dreaming Dragon. This is the stand trigger that is absolutely amazing. So, his ability is Generation Break 1. At the end of the turn, you may put this card on top of your deck. If you do, return all cards in your drop zone to your deck. Shuffle your deck. Then, if 10 or more cards were returned, you may draw a card. So, with Genesis, this pretty much guarantees that you shouldn't be decking out. This card lets you reset your deck and get back all lost cards, and that includes triggers and perfect guards. So this essentially gives you a Legion with basically no Legion in the deck. So then we play 4 copies of Goddess of Youth Hibe, so for 4 heals. So 8 crit, 4 stand, 4 heal. Next, we play for grade 1s, we play 4 copies of Goddess of Decline Heal. I don't know how you pronounce that. So this is the Genesis G Perfect Guard. Whenever this unit is placed on the Guardian Circle and activated, you may pay the cost. If you do, you may check your drop zone, and if you have another copy of her in the drop zone, you may countercharge 1, which is a new mechanic that basically just means unflip 1 damage. So, next we play 4 copies of Mythic Beast Skull. This is our Genesis Stride Enabler, and it also helps us search out Fenrir, which we want for our Vanguard, so we play 4 of it to ensure that we get Fenrir to our hand. Then we play 4 copies of Mythic Beast Haiti. This card is absolutely brilliant and amazing. Does so many good things for the deck because his skill is Generation Break 1. Anytime cards are Soul Blasted, he gets 1,000 power for every card Soul Blasted, so he is absolutely amazing. The turn you use Vanagan, he can gain 6k and just become a 13k booster, and that is absolutely amazing. And then we played 2 copies of Witch of Frogs Melissa. These are probably going to become Witch of Oranges when I can dig them out. In fact, that's probably going to happen because Witch of Oranges, whenever she's Soul Blasted, you Soul Charge 2. But as of right now, these are in here. But these are going to become Witch of Oranges when I can track mine down. So, next for grade 2s, we play 4 copies of Unappeasable Biter Gleipnir. This card is absolutely amazing. Whenever he attacks and he is boosted, you may counterblast 1, Generation Break 1, obviously. You may Soul Charge 3. Then if your card, I'm just going to read it. When this unit attacks Vanguard, if this unit is boosted, you may pay the cost. If you do, Soul Charge 3. Then if a card was put into the drop zone from your soul during this turn, you may draw a card. So he helps you rebuild soul and gives you another card in your hand. So he is absolutely amazing. Then we play 4 copies of Mythic Snake Jormungand, I guess. I don't know. This is basically the grade 2 version of this cute little wolf pup. So anytime you Soul Blast a card, she gains 1,000 power. So the turn you Vanagan, she becomes a 15k attacker. So if you have these two in a column, the turn you use Vanagan, this becomes a 28k column, which is absolutely insane. And then we play 2 copies of Twilight Regalia Hesperus, and unfortunately 1 copy of Witch of Raven's Chamomile, because I can't find my 3rd Hespis, but whenever I do get a 3rd Hespis, she'll be taken out. But she's fine for now, I guess. But I want to play Hespis. So then for the grade 3s, we play 4 copies of Mythic Beast Fenrir. So this is our main boss of the deck and who the deck revolves around. So his ability is Generation Break 2. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, you may Soul Blast 3. If you do, this unit gets +1 critical, and your opponent cannot call grade 1 or greater units from your hand to the Guardian Circle, so he gets a Glory skill. So that's nice. Then Vanguard skill, during your turn when your Vanguard strides, you may Soul Charge 3, choose one of your Vanguards until the end of the turn. It gets the ability of Auto Vanguard. Counterblast 1, whenever a card is put into the drop zone from your soul, you may pay the cost. If you do, call that card to Rearguard Circle. So you can use his skill to call the card to Soul Blast, which is absolutely amazing. And of course, like if you Soul Blast 3, you may Spirit Call 1 of them. You can't do it multiple times. That'd be stupid. Next, for the rest of the grade 3s, we play 2 copies of Omniscience Regalia Minerva. I really want to play 4 Minerva in the deck, but I did trade away 2 of my Minerva, so I'm kind of regretting that now. But you do find this card fairly quickly because of all the striding. So eventually one of them is going to pop up in your hand. But for the other grade 2, at the moment I've been playing 2 Oracle Queen Himiko. The reason for this being, if for some reason I don't have this in my hand and can't search, out my Fenrir, she is okay, because she does essentially the same thing that Doombrace does. And anytime she attacks, she lets you Soul Charge 1. I know some people might be thinking, why don't you play 2 Angelica, which is the first form of Minerva? So that way, if you do ride Minerva, she becomes a 13k body. And the reason for that is, in this current meta, cross rides don't mean nothing. I play tested Himiko, and she works fine. But it honestly wouldn't matter if these were Angelicas, because I'm going to ride Fenrir every single time, and then I'm usually just going to go straight to Minerva, which is why I want to play 4 Minerva. But that's what I'm doing right now. So, and when I get 2 more, those will become Minervas. So. Then for the G-Zone, we play 2 copies of Great Angel Doombrace. This is a very, very good card, and his artwork is absolutely amazing. His ability is Soul Blast 3, choose up to 2 of your rear guards. They get plus 5,000 power until the end of turn. Then if the number of cards in your soul is 2 or less, Soul Charge 3. So he essentially can pay for his own skill, and he powers up your front row. So that's nice. Next, we play 2 copies of Goddess of the Firmament Dione. I want 1 more Doombrace for this deck, and I will only play 1 of her, but until I do, 2's okay. Her skill is, when this unit attack hits a Vanguard, you may Soul Blast 3. If you do, look at the top 3 cards from your deck, search for 1 among them, put that unit into your hand, and then put the rest in the soul. So she gives you some soul charging power, technically a soul charge 2. So essentially it's only a Soul Blast 1 if you hit. And then for the last G unit, obviously we play the main boss of the deck. Well, maybe not the main boss, but definitely the ace of the deck. And that is 4 copies of Mythical Destroyer Beast I've heard it pronounced many ways. Vanagan, Vanagander, Vonagron. take your pick. They're all fine. Because essentially, you know, it doesn't really matter. But anyway, this is the whole reason I wanted to build this deck, guys, because I really, really like wolves. Wolves is my favorite animal. And wolf, 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 wolf. So I wasn't originally going to build this deck, and then they just kept releasing wolves, and I was like, you sons of guns, you just had to do it, didn't you? So, I have Fenrir now, which I'm not complaining. I really enjoy playing this deck. But anyway, Vanagan's ability. Generation Break 2. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, you may Soul Blast 6. Choose a face-down card called Mythical Destroyer Beast Vanagan from your G-Zone, turn it face up. And if you do, until the end of turn, that unit gets, at the beginning of your drive step, look at 4 cards from the top of your deck. Search for up to 4 cards among them, put them on the top of your deck in any order, and put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. So essentially what this unit does is it allows you to look at the top 4 cards of your deck and then put whatever units you want back on top and whatever units you want on the bottom. So if you look at the top 4 cards and you get 2 triggers and 2 cards that you don't need right then, you can put the 2 triggers on top and the 2 on bottom, and there's still 1 more card that you will get that you don't know, but it might be another trigger. So Vanagan really is awesome because he can essentially set you up for big trigger pushes, and being able to set up rows like with these 2 units, whether they're in the same row together, or you have 1 in one and 1 in the other, or you have like 1 row of this, but then another Haiti over here, you can really just push huge numbers. So that is my Genesis Fenrir deck. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's a lot of fun to play. It's very consistent. It's a lot more of the Genesis build that I like. Because to be honest, when Minerva herself was a deck by itself, I didn't enjoy it that much. But I do like this build a whole lot better. Because I just like Fenrir better because I like the ability that you can basically use your soul as a second hand, and the ability to have a trigger like Dreaming Dragon to basically reset your deck if after you've soul blasted a lot and you're running thin, you can just basically shove it all back. It is very nice to be able to have that luxury. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this deck profile as much as I did making it for you. In the comment section below, please tell me your thoughts. Give me your suggestions. Remember the 2 changes I will be making that I said. This one, Chamomile, will become another Hespis when I get it. And then the 2 Witch of Frogs will become Witch of Oranges. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this deck profile. So if you did, make sure you tell me you did by giving it a big thumbs up and like for me. In the comment section below, share your thoughts with me. So make sure you do all that. Subscribe if you already haven't to the channel. And if you ever have any suggestion for any video, please let me know. I like hearing your guys' ideas, and I try to do what you guys want to see. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, thumbs up the video for me, and I'll see you next time.